Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the series on immigrating to Canada. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time here, come right in. Thank you so much. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification icon so that you get all the latest content when they come out. So last week we did a run through of the express entry system and how the express entry works, the different categories in the express entry system like the FSW, the FST, and the CEC. This week we are going to be talking on improving your points. Remember that the express entry system is basically a points-based system, and that's where the comprehensive ranking system comes in. And so this week we want to be talking on improving your points, or how to boost your points to better your chances of getting invitation to apply. And so let's get right into it. Yes, so on improving your points to better your chances of coming to Canada, I will be running through 4-5 things you can do to improve your chances of getting the ITA. And first things first, we are going to start out with the IELTS. Last week we talked about the IELTS, and it's basically your language test, your English language test. So we will talk about the English language test, and further down the line we will talk about the French language test. I know French is not your first language, or your second, or your third, but I will talk about it. So for improving your IELTS scores, I think you basically need to practice. You just need to practice, and practice some more. Well, just like improving anything, right? You need a lot of practice. I would be recommending some of the sites and YouTube channels that I personally used when prepping for my IELTS in 2018. Yeah, so those sites are still they still have really valuable resource, and the links will be in the description. Quickly, I'd just like to call out IELTSbuddy.com. It's a super amazing site. I personally used it for listening, for writing, and reading, and I've recommended it to tons of people who have also found it very valuable in prepping for the IELTS. And yeah, so like I said, basically it needs a lot of practice, especially for the writing, right? Because, well, you probably be writing essays on different things, on topics that you don't know about. So the more familiar you are with a wide variety or wide range of topics, the better your chances are of acing the writing. And I found out that writing has been probably one of the more not so easy sections to pass. So yeah, practice. For speaking, I majorly used YouTube videos, and there's some amazing content on YouTube for speaking. And depending on the band you're aiming for, or yeah, if it's a 9 or you're looking for an 8 or a 7.5 is enough for you, you'd find the different categories on some amazing channels on YouTube that you can practice with. And I will try to see if I can add like a few, maybe 1 or 2 links to for speaking as well to that. Moving on to French, basically you can improve your points by having, like I said in the previous video, if you've not watched that, something should be popping up right here that you can click on to go back to that video. But like I said in the previous video, Canada is bilingual, and you stand a better chance of getting an invitation to apply if you can speak English and French. But not just speak English and French. Prove that you can speak English and French. And the only way you can prove it is to pass the exam. There is the TEF that is available for you to take. It's a French certification exam that is available for you to take. And I know it sounds daunting to actually to think about going to learn a language that you're not familiar with. But I've had a couple of people who have done it. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard, but then there are resources to help you. And one of the major resources that jumps out is Alliance Française. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's something like that. They're an organization that can help you with learning how to speak French, how to read French, how to write French, and basically prepping you for the exam. And there's the option of having an in-person class or a virtual class. So that makes it kind of and then they have very flexible offerings that you can check out. Links would be in the description to check out Alliance Française. I've seen people who have done it, gone from beginner or no experience to being ready for the exam in 6 to 9 months. Like I said, getting your ITA, you have to be strategic, and so you have to plan ahead, right? And so within 6 to 9 months, it's possible to get your French certification, your TEF. Thirdly, I'll be talking about improving your CRS by getting a second degree. So if you have a first degree, awesome, wonderful, fantastic. Remember, the minimum is a secondary school certificate, but well, because of the competitive nature of the express entry system, you also need to up your game. So getting a second degree is an amazing way of also improving your CRS. And a second degree is a master's degree, basically anything postgraduate. If getting a master's degree seems like a long shot, or you do not have the time, well, you don't have the time and you're not necessarily the book kind of person, but you also need to get an extra certification, then you can look towards converting some of your certifications to a second degree. And so certifications like ACCA, CFA, ATS, yeah, BCS. So the BCS is the British Computer Society. I'll have the links to BCS in the description as well. You can have those converted to a second degree. Remember, conversion isn't done by IRCC. It's not done by CIC in Canada. It's done by the evaluation body, which could be WES or ICAS. Those are the two that I'm quite familiar with. And so some of these things can be used as like an added degree, because, well, basically you have a certification for it. Sorry, you guys don't qualify. I don't know, but well, because it's strictly for Nigeria, I guess, kind of limited to Nigeria, well, you don't qualify. ACCA, yeah, you guys are good to go. So yeah, if you have all of those things, ACCA, CPA, CFA, PMP doesn't get you additional points. Sorry about that too, PMP guys. So you also want to think about doing that. And so finally, one of the major ways you can boost your point is entering into the provincial nomination program, as the PNP. And like I said, some provinces actually don't need you to apply. They just go to the pool to pick out candidates that basically meet the requirements that they're looking for, or the skill sets they're looking to fill for their province. Some other provinces actually put it out there. Like there's an ad. They're like, okay, we're looking for these people and these people and these people. If you qualify, please apply. Right. So what you need to do is to keep abreast of all information regarding immigration to Canada. So if you can, visit the websites for Alberta, visit the websites for Prince Edward Island, for Manitoba, yeah, all of those provinces. Just keep, yeah, be on the lookouts, and yeah, be sure that you are up to date in your news. Yeah, that would be really helpful. Of course, there are other ways that you can gain points, but they're not necessarily things that you do. Like you can gain points for having a sibling in Canada. Some provinces let you gain points for having friends in Canada, from having friends, having cousins, having relatives in Canada. You can gain points in some provinces when they are doing well, when you're applying for the provincial nomination program for that specific province. And so yeah, those are things you want to look out for. And last but not least, and this is really important, be in the pool, because you can never tell when a draw is going to happen. The draws are, well, very lately they've been unpredictable, so you don't know when a draw is going to happen. You don't know the number of people who will be sent invitations to apply. I think there was a draw early this year for the Canadian Experience class that had up to 27,000 people being sent invitation to apply, and the CRS cutoff for that draw was as low as 75. So imagine if you had the minimum requirement but you were not in the pool. So like I said, the major thing is always be in the pool. When provinces come to look for people who have skill sets that pertain to what they're looking for, they come to the pool sometimes. So you want to be in the pool, right? So once you have the minimum qualification, immediately create an express entry profile and be in the pool. That way you stand a chance of being considered when those opportunities come up, right? So once you have your IELTS, you have your credentials evaluated, and you have at least 1 year of work experience, you want to be in the pool pronto, right? Because it is when you're in the pool that you'll be able to get the anointing when the Holy Spirit comes to, yeah, be in the pool. Right, so to conclude this video, I like to be open and honest with people I interact with, right? And so what I'm going to tell you is always have a plan B, right? The express entry is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like I said, I started in 2017 and concluded in 2020. That's basically like a 3-year period, right? And within that time, I had the opportunity to upskill, to reskill, to change career, and prep myself for life in Canada or life elsewhere. Because the skills I got were relevant to the everyday survival of everybody in anywhere, whether you're in Germany, whether in the UK, whether you're in Canada. And so what I always say is, as much as you're pushing to immigrate to Canada, always have a plan B. It can be frustrating to not have a plan B. It can be stressful to not have a plan B. It can be exhausting to not have a plan B. So always have a plan B and do your research. What I've come to realize is when you start to do your research, you'd start to see other opportunities in other places, right? Like the UK is really popping up right now. Tech bros are moving to Germany in hundreds, if not thousands, right? And all of this is basically based on research. So you want to know what current happenings are and always have a plan B. We have come to the end of this episode. So if you have questions, comments, complaints, compliments, contributions, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.